Back with Jeff Byrne of Cabin Fever Sporting Goods in Victoria. Jeff, we're going to talk a little bit about Church Lake, and I have to tell you, I've lived in Victoria for about 14 years now, and I've driven by that lake 1,000 times and never considered it anything more than a pond until last winter when a buddy of mine called and said, I saw something on the internet that they're catching crappies on Church Lake in Victoria. And of course, I drove down there, and there was a half a dozen fish houses out there right in the middle of winter, and then they were catching some crappies. What can you tell me about this little lake?
Well, it's kind of like a tamarack lake where it's hidden. It's down, it's behind the church. Of course, that's why they call it Church Lake. There is no public access to it. There is a way to get on through city property that they own along the road, the gravel, although I think it's tar now, road down there. But it's always been kind of one of a kids' fishing pond in the town where kids have gone down there and just fished, and a lot of locals have thrown fish in there, trying to keep it kind of their private little fishing spot. But yes, last year was really unique. Guys started going out there, and it's a very clear lake. You can see a long ways down in that lake, and they were catching some pound 4 sunfish. Now, there was also pumpkin seeds and what we call warmouth that in there. Warmouth is kind of, it looks kind of like a cross between a pumpkin seed and a rock bass and bass. It's kind of an ugly looking fish. They don't taste very good, although some people do keep those. They're fabulous fighting fish because, again, it's kind of like a panfish bass cross. So they did catch a lot of those, but they were trying to keep the secret of those big sunfish that they were catching out of there and big crappies kind of a secret, but it was the sunnies that they were mostly after. And there was one gentleman that had 4 sunfish one day that were between a pound and a pound 4. So again, it's a quiet lake. It doesn't get fished much at all, mostly because people don't know what it is. And it'll go in streaks where fishing can be really good one year, and then the next year you might go down there and not do very well at all. People don't fish it much for bass. And again, it's easier accessible during the wintertime because you can walk out and put your fish house. You would have to carry a canoe or a small boat. There's no launch there. But the people that do fish it for bass during the summertime do fantastic. It's, again, not a lot of huge fish, but a lot of that 2.5 pound fish. So they do really well.
Fantastic. Great to know. Thanks.